Imagine coming home tonight, turning the key in your door, only to find another family living inside. They have your furniture, your memories, but they look at you like a total stranger. Even worse, when you look at your ID, your name has vanished, and the government has absolutely no record of your birth. This is not a horror movie. It is the terrifying, documented reality of Marcus Vance, a man who stepped through his apartment door in 2014 and accidentally stumbled into a horrifying glitch in the Matrix. Marcus Vance was a 28-year-old software engineer living a completely ordinary life in Seattle. He was a man of logic and numbers, someone who never believed in ghosts, aliens, or paranormal anomalies. He rented a small, cozy apartment, room number 404, in an old brick building downtown. He had a stable corporate desk job, a loyal dog named Max, and a quiet daily routine that he followed strictly every single day. But on the rainy night of November 12th, his logical world shattered into dust. It was exactly midnight when Marcus unlocked the main entrance of his building. The hallway felt unusually cold, and the air was thick with a strange metallic smell that made him dizzy. As he walked up the stairs to the 4th floor, he noticed that the ticking of his watch had stopped. When he finally reached room 404, he put his key into the lock. It turned smoothly, but the moment he pushed the door open, a wave of pure terror hit his chest. The inside of his home was completely different. The walls, which he had painted blue just last week, were now covered in a sickening green wallpaper. His modern sofa was gone, replaced by ancient, dusty furniture. Sitting on that sofa was an elderly couple watching an old television. Marcus screamed, asking them who they were and what they were doing in his apartment. The old man stood up, looking deeply confused and frightened. He called the building security, claiming a crazy, wet stranger had just broken into their home of 20 years. Panic-stricken, Marcus backed out of the room and ran down to the lobby to find the building manager, a man he had known for 3 years. But when the manager saw Marcus, there was no recognition in his eyes. He asked Marcus for his name and apartment number. When Marcus said, "Marcus Vance, room 404, the manager checked his computer ledger and frowned. He told Marcus that room 404 had been occupied by the elderly couple since 1996, and there was no one named Marcus Vance in the database. Believing this was a massive, cruel prank, Marcus pulled out his smartphone to call his best friend, David. He dialed the number he knew by heart, but a cold, automated voice answered, saying the number did not exist. He opened his social media applications, but his accounts were completely gone, displaying an error 404, page not found message. It was as if his entire digital footprint had been systematically deleted from the global network in a matter of seconds. He was completely alone. Desperate for help, Marcus rushed through the heavy rain to the nearest police station. He sat opposite a tired detective, explaining that his home had been stolen and his life erased. The detective took Marcus's driving license to verify his identity. When he scanned the barcode, the system flashed red. The license was authentic, but the name, photo, and social security number belonged to a man who had died in a car crash back in 1992, 2 years before Marcus was even supposed to be born. The police thought he was a mentally ill vagrant using a dead man's documents, so they locked him in a holding cell for the night. Sitting on the cold bench, Marcus stared at his hands, crying. Suddenly, the fluorescent lights above him began to flicker aggressively, The air turned metallic again. Through the cell bars, Marcus looked at the hallway clock. The hands of the clock were spinning backward at incredible speed. The universe was trying to fix a code error, and Marcus was the bug. The next morning, when the police guard went to unlock the cell to take Marcus to court, the cell was completely empty. The door was locked from the outside, the window was barred, and there was absolutely no physical way out. The only thing left on the concrete floor was Marcus's metal house key, stamped with the numbers 404. Marcus Vance never returned to our world. He was sucked back into the glitch, deleted by reality itself because he accidentally lived in a timeline that was never meant to exist. Marcus's case remains one of the most terrifying mysteries of our time, proving that reality is much more fragile than we think. Now, I have a chilling question for you. Have you ever misplaced an object or walked into a room and forgot why you were there, only to feel a strange shiver down your spine? What if that wasn't just forgetfulness? What if that was your own reality glitching, trying to rewrite your story? Drop your theories in the comments below, and let's talk about it.